All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. Shalom to the elect Akim out there, the hopeful elect Akim pushing and teaching this truth throughout the four ends of the world. Shalom to the elect of Israel, Bahashah Dawadah, the house of David, men, women, and children listening and learning. This is the brother Karatazah back with another lesson today, coming out of Mena Valley, Las Vegas camp. All right, Lord willing, to be edifying as always. Title of this one is going to be Now We Talking, or Now It's Talking, okay? Because these devils, the past couple of weeks, we've seen the infrastructure, of this beast system, being laid, all right? With the Fed now, okay? Set to be launched, talks of that coming out in the news, but set to launch in July, all right, 2023, this year, all right. So in a short time, these devils are gonna launch this service, all right, this Fed Now system, all right, and it's going into the gradualism of things, how people see how people respond to to this system, as we know these devils working in gradualism. So with this lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying as always, but I'm gonna go into the what Fed Now is, all right, not get too deep into it. I got a couple screenshots from Twitter, seeing what people saying about it, and just explaining the system, all right, because we know that this is just it's not the MOTB, and it's not a digital currency, but it's their infrastructure, okay? It's all leading up to it, all right? It's all leading up to that hour of temptation, to when these devils, mandate an implantable device into your right hand or your forehead, all right? Which if you're an Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, all right, that's you signing up or signing your death wish or death ticket, okay? A ticket to ICBM missile, all right? So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I'm going to start in the book of Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." All right, and this is the year Apostle Tahar deemed the hopeful year of all prophecies coming to pass. Now, it doesn't mean that they're gonna pass, but we're seeing things is getting very close. All right, the end is is near. All right, hey, salvation is closer, and let's get that in Romans. Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. And why is it nearer than we believed? Because we're seeing the signs come to pass. All right, things such as Fed Now, being launched. All right, the MOTB speaking. All right, the NWO speaking. All right, different countries, getting rid of going cashless. All right, such as what's that out in France? There's major protests out there because of similar systems. All right. Okay, so it's here. So it's nearer than we ever believed. All right, because it's knocking at the front door. All right, Ezekiel 33 and 33 says, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them." All right, and all these things that the apostles and elders of GMS, all right, and other brothers in this truth that have been saying for years and years is finally coming to pass. So the prophet's not looking as bugged out as they did, previously. In past years when prophecy wasn't moving. People are actually looking at this and saying, dang, it is here. All right, and Fed now is a good sign. There's a lot of videos being made where seeing the masses kind of not responding to this news very well. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, let's go into that word devices. It says a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose, that which thinks the mind, thoughts, or purposes. Noema. Say
Strong's G 3540. Naima.
So Naima. Alright. To perceive with the mind, understand, to have understanding. This is the root word of that.
Strong's G 3539. Naeo.
Alright. So going back to so it's a thought, an evil with an evil purpose. All right, this devil had, he's crafty. All right, but behind all of his works that he does, his devices have an evil thought. His main device is the MOTB, which is to cut off the nation of Israel from Yahweh Shem Yahshai. All right, to get those non-believers, to worship him. All right, that's where this all leads, to make everybody bow down to that beast system. Okay, and it's gonna start with it's gonna start with the Israelites. Everything that this devil's doing, is geared towards the Israelites, but it's gonna start with this Fed Now system. That's what I wanted to say. Let's look at this in the NLT. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Yeah, it's the same playbook, that this devil's always had. So if you have the eyes to see, it's not foreign to you. All right, we've seen it before. All right, so let's go into this. What Fed Now is, and I'm gonna bring out this Twitter post from this dude named Balaji. All right, he's I believe he's an Elamite, but he's like an investor, crypto, Bitcoin enthusiast. All right, I just like what he put. I'll read a little bit of what he posted. It said, central bank digital control, okay, CBDC. So he was, he put a pun on that, CBDC. All right. And he says, Fed Now is highly centralizing. It's an instant payment system where every payment goes through a Fed controlled server that must comply with applicable controls. And, he's right about that. And I'm going to bring up the actual Fed Now things he had posted, but you can find them on the Fed Now website. It says in the roadmap is to support not just P2P, which is a payment to person to payment or something like that, but also consumer to government and government to consumer, which means automatic debiting from your accounts and automatic stimulus. In other words, even more direct government control over your bank account. So, if you miss a payment, it's coming out of your bank. There will be no late fees. stuff like that. So that's one way this devil's trying to, say that this is a good thing. Okay, and on his website, he only has, it only shows like the benefits. But when you think about it, you got to know that, it comes because how do these devils work? All right. This song's 55. Yeah. Psalms 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet there were drawn swords. Okay, see? He'll try to, and when we go to the other pages, it's going to make more sense, but he'll try to, say that these things is like good for you, but at the end of the day, it goes into his control. All right? It's all, it's that warfare, that that monetary warfare pretty much to make sure that he knows how much you buying, and be able to just cut you off, at the drop of a dime. All right. So it says, let's read that last sentence again. It says, where every payment goes through a Fed controlled server and must comply with applicable controls. So, what's the details on complying with applicable controls? All right, this is gonna pretty much take away as it's already said that I believe Apostle Tar did the video that April is the start of this month was the start of us going cashless. Okay, it says, and the roadmap is not to support just P2P payments, but also consumer to government, government to consumer, which means automatic debiting from your account. All right, and if you look up Fed Now, type this dude's name, and you could read this whole thing. It says, let's read this right here in this paragraph. It says, the Fed Now, the same Fed that sent interest rates to zero and then to the moon, the same Fed that killed 5 of its own banks and blamed their deaths on everything other than its own policies. In July, that Fed will soon have visibility and power to monkey with your bank account directly to freeze or drain your funds at will with applicable controls. See, there's those applicable controls. And consumer to government payments rather than being impeded by current antiquated banking tech stack. Okay, so it's giving them the ability just to, shut you off. It says, but yes, FedNow isn't technically a CBDC. There isn't a blockchain or equivalent where you can see an on-chain flow of every digital dollar. However, it is what people fear, and kind of starred that when they talk about a CBDC. And if it's not central banking digital currency, and it's a major step to rolling out a full CBDC. Okay, and that's the main thing. And here's somebody commented. It says he's spoken highly of India's 24/7 instant retail payment, UPI. He criticizes the U.S.'s new 24/7 instant retail system, mischaracterizing it as, which he clearly said it wasn't a CBDC, and deriding it as a form of digital lockdown. No, it's a digital lockdown for sure. All right. And he actually responded to that right here, and I actually didn't see that. I'm gonna have to go back and look into this. It might take me there. Let me see if we can open this up. Yeah, because now when I first read it, I didn't even look at that. Let's see what he responded today. It says the second question from JP is also fair, which India's UPI says the short answer of ordered desirability. Okay, so it's a lot. So pretty much in this, he gonna say why India's UPI is different from Fed now and what's so good about it. Which honestly, we know that the whole world's gonna be. You know, this says the minister that. Yeah, just saying that America's not on a gold standard. Westerners think India is like, you know, and that's what all these Elamites think, that they the next one up. Why do the heathen rage? And you can see the difference. This is it. This is what LA looking like compared to India. So LA on the left, India on the right. All right. That's why these heathens are delusional, thinking they got next. All right, because as this system is crashing, America economy is going out. Hey, all these other heathens is doing good. So yeah, this is just control. Here's a diagram of what it looks like. You can find that on the Fed Now website. Y'all could screenshot this, and read up on it. But bro, pretty much, explained everything in that. That's why I had brought it out. But that's pretty much the info I had on it. See, it says consumer to government. Let's really focus on because what it is the government to consumer. All right, payments made by the government to an individual. Okay, which really means, if they ain't get paid, they're gonna take it out. Or actually, that's the consumer to government, the one on top. Paying taxes or fees, federal taxes, state taxes, parking passes, licenses, I'm sure tickets. All right. Whatever you owe to the government, they're gonna take that shit out your account. Don't care if you ain't got food for tomorrow. Best believe. All right. This is Isaiah. Ten and 2 or 10 and 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness, which they have prescribed," right? Because they write aforetime. All right. It says, "What sorrow awaits the unjust judges," in the NLT. "What sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws," right? Because Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to pay them back double. All right. But these laws is they sleight of hand. Okay. These laws is how these devils, roll and get down. All right. And continue to inflict hell on Jake. Close that. Psalm 64 and 2. Oh, didn't go to Psalms. Psalm 64 and 2. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity," right? And why we need covering. We need salvation from these devils, man. It's only gonna happen through Yahweh Shem Yahshai. All right, it says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword, and thus they laws, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words," and that's their laws, because these laws is what keep you down. All right, and they use their words. Okay, they use this effed up language to do and perform loopholes, right? We're gonna get two more scripts. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. That's where they come up with all this stuff, all these laws and everything. They in the dark secret places. They're summits, and best believe they're gonna cause events to happen to pull people into this. All right, and ultimately for this right here, Revelation 13 and 15 says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so if you don't get down with this system, eventually, not Fed now. We ain't talking about Fed now, but when they roll out the NWO, which this is this could be the foundation of it. All right, this could be the that gradualism. This is the gradualism, foundation work of this beast system. All right, but it's not the MOTB and it's not a CBDC. All right, which we know is going to be tied to the MOT to the B. All right, but if you don't get down with a new system, all right, you're gonna be excommunicado. John Wick says, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the MARK or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So, hey, there you go. Control of the dollar, and this is what this is leading up to. Control of what you buy, sell. All right, total control is what these Edomites is after. Okay, and Fed now is the groundwork. Okay, let's see how people react to this. All right, which we know is always gonna be pushback, and these devils not gonna succeed. Yahweh Shem Yahshua wrote it, a certain way, and he's gonna have it played out like that. It's gonna be Job 20 and 22. It says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, and he shall be in straits," meaning he's gonna be in a difficult position. Every hand of the wicked, and this wicked is the laborers, the working class, that ain't down with the system. All right, shall come upon him. So, hey, these people ain't gonna be having it when he try to push out that MOTB. There's gonna be a lot of pushback. Yeah, you're gonna have these you're gonna have these sellouts and John 8 and 44s running to go get see hipped up because they love their master, but at the end of the day, hey, he ain't gonna get it. All right, Esau's not gonna prevail. Let's get that in Slakia. Let's get this in 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." Okay, these devils is on their way out. All right, which we know that leads to them rampaging, coming down with great wrath. Okay, like a madman sparing none. Okay, those scriptures, is gonna come to fruition with, but at the end of the day, the Lord got us. All right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, you know, do the research a little bit, for yourself to figure out what this means. But pretty much, like that Federal Reserve is coming after your bank account. They coming out to be able to access and control what you buy, and what they can take out. So, Lord willing, it's been edifying. All right, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to the elect. Kwam Yasharala Wa Babbo. Till next time, Shalom.